All right, let's dive right in. Today we're talking about something that could genuinely change the entire data game, Azure Fabric. And look, Microsoft isn't pitching this as just another tool. Nope, they're calling it a full-blown operating system for data and AI. So what does that actually mean? Let's break it down.
First, I want you to think about something. Does your current data setup feel, well, like a tangled mess? A giant web of different services you're constantly trying to connect? If you're always moving data around, juggling different security models, and just struggling to get everything to play nicely together, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's precisely the chaos Fabric is designed to fix.
For years, building a data platform in the cloud has felt a little like being a digital patchwork artist, right? You're stitching together all these powerful but totally separate services. This is what we'll call the old way. It works, sure, but it's a landscape of data chaos that's just become incredibly complex and expensive to manage.
And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. On the left, you've got that traditional stack, a messy collection of separate tools like Data Factory, Synapse, and Power BI. This means you're constantly duplicating data, moving it from place to place, and dealing with a headache of different security rules. Now, look to the right. That's the Fabric promise. All of those things, all of those capabilities, living together in one single workspace, all pointing to one single source of truth.
So how on earth does Fabric actually achieve this? Well, it all starts with a brand new and frankly revolutionary foundation called OneLake. This is the absolute heart of the entire system.
The idea here is just brilliantly simple. Microsoft calls OneLake the OneDrive for data, and that's exactly what it is. Just like OneDrive gives your whole company one place for all its documents, OneLake gives you a single, unified, logical data lake for all of your data. No more separate storage for different departments or projects. It's all in one place.
But don't let that simple concept fool you, because under the hood, OneLake is an absolute powerhouse. It's built on the Open Delta format, which gives you rock-solid reliability. We're talking ACID transactions on your data lake. You get incredible features like versioning and time travel built right in. So if something goes wrong, you can just roll back your data. And here's the kicker. Everyone can access that same data, whether you're a data engineer using Spark or a business analyst in Excel, all under one unified security model.
Yup, this is the key. One logical lake for every piece of your organization's data. This simple idea of radical centralization is what makes everything else in Fabric possible.
Okay, so we've got OneLake as our foundation. What do we build on top of it? Well, Fabric layers on a complete, unified toolkit, all the engines you'll need to actually do work with your data.
And wow, what a toolkit it is. This is the whole shebang. You've got your Lakehouse for Spark and SQL. You've got Dataflow Gen 2 as the modern replacement for Data Factory, pipelines for orchestration. The list goes on. But notice Power BI. This is huge. It's not a separate app you have to connect anymore. It's now a native, integral part of the Fabric experience itself.
Now this is a massive strategic move. Because Fabric has its own powerful Spark engine, suddenly best-in-class tools like Databricks or Synapse Spark are no longer mandatory. Why is that so important? It shows Microsoft is aiming to be the all-in-one platform, cutting down your need to integrate and pay for other services. It's a really bold play.
And it's pretty much the same story for data integration. Dataflow Gen 2 is clearly the future, designed to replace Azure Data Factory. It's a modern, low-code tool built from the ground up to work inside this new, unified world, which makes getting data in so much simpler.
And this slide really shows you the power of that. I mean, getting your data into the system is often the hardest part of any project. Dataflow Gen 2 makes it way easier with over 150 built-in connectors. That means you can pull data from pretty much anywhere you can think of straight into OneLake, saving just a ton of development time.
Okay, so we have the foundation, OneLake, and we have the tools. Now let's see how they actually work together to create these seamless end-to-end workflows, because this is where the magic really happens.
Let's make this real with a machine learning example. So picture this. First, a data flow pipeline pulls in raw customer data and drops it into the Lakehouse. Next, a data scientist opens a Spark notebook right there in the same interface to clean it up and create some new features. Then, they train a predictive model, maybe with AutoML or some custom code. With just a few clicks, that model gets deployed as a live API. And finally, a business analyst jumps in and builds a Power BI dashboard to watch how that model is performing in real time.
And here's the most crucial part of that whole story, that entire workflow. From raw data to a monitored live model, It all happens inside a single Fabric workspace. No switching tools, no copying data. Just one smooth, continuous flow.
So this is it. This is the final blueprint. You have OneLake sitting right at the center, acting as that single source of truth. And all the different tools, data flow, Spark, machine learning, Power BI, they're all just different engines operating on that same central data. It's a truly unified system by its very design.
Which brings us to the big final takeaway. This isn't just a small step up. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about building data platforms altogether.
And honestly, this quote from Microsoft just nails it. Azure Fabric isn't another product you buy. It's a complete, cloud-native operating system for data and AI that pulls storage, analytics, BI, and governance into one single cohesive platform.
If you remember just one thing from this explainer, let it be the number one. One workspace, one data lake, and one unified platform for your entire data journey.
So, I guess the final question is for you. Is your organization ready for this kind of shift? I mean, the promise of less complexity, faster projects, and truly democratized data, it's incredibly compelling. Azure Fabric is a bold vision for the future of data, and it looks like that future is already starting to arrive. Thanks for joining me.